Some pretty incredible indie games have come out in the past year, from puzzle and adventure games all the way to new platformers. So we here at OperaGX thought it'd be pretty cool to put together a list of some of what we thought are the best indie games that have come out that we think you guys should try. I'm your host Retrospect, and let's get right into it. Coming first on our list is Pizza Tower, a fast-paced 2D platformer which is inspired by Wario Land series, which came out in the 90s on the Game Boy. Now, this game, Pizza Tower, has a really strong emphasis not only on fast-paced gaming and platforming, but of course it has a stylized drawing aesthetic that looks like it's from the 90s. Reminds me a little bit of Cuphead, you know, how everything is animated, and that just makes this game not only really unique and charming, but just a blast to play. But this game is super fun to play because it takes a lot of skill, and of course it feels really nostalgic. If you guys have never played this, definitely give it a try, and it's also created by Game Maker Studios, a studio owned here at OperaGX. Carefully designed, beautifully remastered, and loaded with all new ways to play, Risk of Rain is back. In Risk of Rain Returns, you're going to be able to play with all new survivors, a brand new multiplayer mode so you can play co-op with your friends online, and a bunch of classic content brought back and restored to Risk of Rain Returns from Risk of Rain. But that's not all. Be sure to explore all the logs, turn over every rock and every gup, because the mysteries of the ancient civilization lay dormant right underneath the surface. Next up on our list is Slay the Princess. Now, this game happens when you stumble upon a cabin, and in the basement is a princess, and your goal is to slay her. If you don't, the whole world ends, and of course, you'll die 12 times over. But she's gonna try and lie to you, tell you all of these stories, all of these different things. And what's really cool about this game is it has RPG-style elements, it's a psychological horror, all of your choices matter and will affect the story, plus it's all hand-drawn and has an incredible style. So if you're into games like this, with a lot of replayability, we definitely recommend this one.
You're not actually going to try and slay me or anything, right? Because I wouldn't if I were you.
If you try, I'll kill you as many times as it takes.
Up next is Chants of Sennaar, that's based off of the myth of the Tower of Babel. Now, since the beginning of time, the people of the tower no longer speak to each other, and it's said that one day a warrior with wisdom will be able to come and destroy all these walls, restoring balance. But as you explore this colorful, unique world, you're going to have to try and uncover these mysteries for yourself, decode the past, and see what truly lurks underneath the surface. Planet of Lana is about a young girl and her companion who embark on a rescue mission involving cold calculated machines and mysterious creatures. In Planet of Lana, this spans over a saga over centuries and galaxies as you try and figure out the mysteries involved in this puzzle adventure game. Up next is Humanity, a unique puzzle game that also combines action platforming, as you get to play as a lone Shiba Inu who commands a massive crowd of people or humanity as you try and get to the end of these mazes in story mode, or you can play thousands of self-created user levels in their stage creator mode. Challenge perception, redefine reality, and reshape the world in Viewfinder. Now this game is a very unique perspective-based puzzle game. It reminds me a bit of Liminal, where you have to move objects and they get bigger and that's how you escape these puzzles, but in this game, you have to line up different art pieces, photograph, things like that, and they create these new worlds and areas in your own puzzle-based world. It's incredibly satisfying, and it's just one of those games that instantly makes you remember what it is, and it's just incredible. You guys definitely gotta check this one out.
The founders left plenty of records of their work here, in case they were to ever come back.
I must admit, I'm surprised you made it this far. It's quite exciting.
From Jeb Carlson, the lead gameplay designer from Inside and Limbo, comes Cocoon, a very unique take on the adventure puzzle genre. Now your character has this mysterious orb on their back that they can use to jump from world to world that's contained inside this orb. Now, in these different planes of existence, you have to change the mechanics and try and combine them to solve the mysteries and puzzles on each different plane. Will you be able to do it and then solve the mystery? Dave the Diver is a casual single-player RPG experience where you get to play as well Dave the Diver and his quirky friends as you explore the blue hole with over 200 different marine species, and of course, you run your very own sushi restaurant at night, so you get a little bit of that cooking mama action at the end there. It's a very cool roguelike type of game with a lot of different elements rolled in, and of course, it keeps the gameplay loop incredibly refreshing, and it has thousands and thousands of overwhelmingly positive reviews right now on Steam. And finally is Dredge. In this game, you get to captain your own fishing boat as you go to different aisles and trenches to search for, well, fish. You get to sell your catch to the locals to learn about the different history and stories surrounding these different aisles. Upgrade your fishing boat so you can go to farther off areas and different trenches as well, but be careful and keep your eye out on the time because you might not like what you find in the dark. And there you have it, our list for some of the best indie games out right now. So what did you think about our list? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Let us know in the comment section below. I've been your host, Retrospect. Thanks again for watching, because we're gonna see you guys same time, same place next week. Bye everyone.